We're back. I don't know what happened. Hopefully y'all come back in the house, I hope. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know what this took place. Hey, Chase. Glad you back in. Hopefully the rest of them will come back in. Hey, QC. Appreciate y'all coming back in. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I had to take point forward. I don't know, Richard. We're getting a bad storm right here now, so I don't know what took place. Hey, Joe Buck. Hey, Chase. Hey, QC. Hey, Virginia. Appreciate y'all coming back in. What's up, Jimmy? Let me close this one out so I can read what's going on. So I can watch all y'all's comments so I can keep up with you. Yeah, I don't know what took place there. Like I said, we got some bad storms coming through right now, so hopefully it won't knock us back off again. We got Richard in the house, Hillbilly, Jimmy Dixon, QC, Chase, Joe Buck, Virginia. Come on in the house. Everybody hit that thumbs up, and I'd appreciate it. We got a good little show tonight, I hope. Some stuff. Let me grab my list. Hello, Courtney. I don't know why I didn't hit that. Let me put this so it'll keep going. Corey, how you doing? Oh. Today, I got some stuff in the mail today. I want to start out by giving a little bit of a shout out to the man that sent this to me. And hopefully he'll be in here in a little bit. Done a shout out to me? Well, that's what I'm doing tonight. Starting off with a Catfish Bill shout out. Hello, hello, Trophy Hunter. How you doing? He sent me some real demon dragons. I guess he got tired of me talking about these little fake ones. And you hear it, that don't make a whole lot of noise. These makes a whole lot of noise. He set me up right. So I got let's pull them out here and look and see what we got here first. Got the Muddy River Catfishing Edition. Looks like, I guess, a treadfin shad. The back of the Catfishing Edition. Pretty neat paint job. Hey, JC. JC, what's going on, buddy? The Borderline Catfishing Edition. Never heard of them before. I'll have to look into that. That's pretty neat with that bright orange. What's going on, Pill and Drag? And got the Catfish Bill66 edition. That's a neat pattern right there. Kind of looks like a yellow perch, maybe. And then just a plain, the original Demon Dragon, the smaller version. So, Catfish Bill, if y'all can see that, Mr. Catfish Bill himself set me up. And we're going to tie one tonight, tie one on. That didn't sound right, did it? We're going to tie one on. We're going to put one in line to be fished with. What's going on, Kenny? Glad to see you come in the house, buddy. I like this show. Please share it. Let's get some more people involved so we can share the love. But before we get too far on, let's start this out saying Gus America. And y'all, please don't forget the American Flag Challenge. Please share that. YouTube don't want to share it for me. So ASAP, Irvin, come on in the house. So yeah, please help me share that along. Let's see if we can't get some more flags on some more boats out there. We got a few. Got a few that put them up on the land when they fishing. Chunky Cat himself, Mr. Errol Stan, he flies it every time he goes out there, and him and Cookie. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And I know a lot to any veterans that's walked by that sees them flags flying. What they've done is not in vain. Okay, we got Catfish Bill out of the way. A good shout out to him. Hopefully he'll be in there. He said he might be able to come in here later. I think whatever, he had something to do till about 8 o'clock, so we'll see what happens. And y'all seen my little slinky weight, how I made that. I done that a couple weeks ago. And I still run them on my line with a sinker slide, my swivel, my bead. We're gonna cut this loose. And since this is tackle talk, we got a little bit of tackle talk to do tonight. And then there's Catfish Bill66. You just shout out, buddy. And I do appreciate all the demon dragons. I really do, buddy. We're getting ready to put one on and take we're going to slide it off our line. And the way that I run, hey, bait and lure, what's going on? We got 21 people in the house, 23 people. PGAs, what's going on? Y'all welcome to the Patriot Tackle Talk, and God bless America. We got them coming in. Jimmy Woodward, come on in the house. Yeah, sorry I lost connection a little while ago. We got a bad storm going on right now, and hopefully we won't lose any more. I run Gamakatsu hooks, 8/0 on this one. Of course, I snell my hooks. If y'all can see that, going the wrong direction. And I run a 30-pound leader. Let's see, Big Hook Catfishing. What's going on, Big Hook? We got a lot of new names in here tonight. I'd love to see that, guys. I really do. I know Scott Manning and a lot of people tie probably a 50 or 60-pound leader from the back to their hook, or they tie it right straight to it. What's up, Maurice? I do not. I like to be able to adjust my. Of course, I was throwing the fake demon dragons, and you hear the difference in the sound. So, but I like to be able to adjust this for different conditions. And so, what I do, I'm running about a 24 to 26 inch leader. I take my line and I put the butt towards my rod and reel. That gives you less restriction, and plus if it comes across a log or a rock or something like that, it's more apt to pass up than if it hits a bigger surface. I mean, that's what makes sense to me. But I might be wrong. Catfish Bill might straighten me out on here and tell me I needed to run it the other way. So what I do, I run my line in and through the eye and back out the other eye, and that way I can slide it wherever I want. And when that line pulls tight, that lure really don't move. I noticed that, excuse me, the backwoods guy, Josh. There you go. Appreciate that, Bill. Josh on backwoods, he runs it through this bottom eye right here and back through here. I kind of don't like that little S turn in my line. I don't know. I feel that it puts a little unnecessary stress on the line itself. And that's what I was getting ready to say, Bill, is I use electrical tape. That's what you see on this one right here. I just wrap a little bit of electrical tape around it. It'll slide right through it. And get it started. Let me lower this down just a hair. Stick it on there, and it adds a little bit of a different color to your lure. You just wrap it around like that one time, and there you go. And that gives it just enough resistance that you can still adjust your length, but the lure will not slide around up and down on there. And you go on there. And guys, I don't know what hooks y'all tie. I mean, what knots y'all tie. Got my drag too tight on that one. What's up, that one diesel guy? Hey, Aiden. All right, my swivel. And guys, I tie a uni knot. A lot of guys tie different knots. I tie a uni knot. I've never had this knot to slip. Back when I fished bass and all that, I used it with braid. Back when not only was a spider wire, but I've tied it with heavy mono, light mono. So look into using the uni knot. It's an easy knot. You see, I'm looking at the camera. I'm not looking at my knot. I usually do about 7 turns inside of there. Reach and grab the tag in. Pull it, and you're done. That knot will not slip. It will not slip. I guarantee it. There's a lot of guys, they use this knot a lot in saltwater. And there you go. I use my little drifting piece. Thank you, Virginia. And I'm hooked up. I'm ready to fish with my new demon dragons, guys and gals. So, let's see, what's that? Yep, that's a good knot. I mean, you see a lot of your big fishermen on saltwater stuff. Plus, they do, when they tie 2 lines together, they use like a double uni. When they pull together, they really lock each other into place. What's up, Mountain Way? Yep, a Santee rig with a rattle. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. So we talked about that. And guys, PD was on here a little while ago on when I first come on. I don't know if he's in here right now. Let me go back and look. Hold on just a second. I don't see him coming. I don't see where he come back in here. Ladies and gentlemen, on Catfish Weekly, Lyle put up a post. That's fine, Mountain Way. Lyle put up a post about PD. PD done a video today of his home and his workplace. He works from home. He's a mechanic. And he lost everything. Everything was pretty much destroyed. He's going to have, I think the water come up about 4 foot inside his home. His workshop and everything was just pretty much totally destroyed. His whole area was just inundated with water. But Catfish Weekly posted up a way to help PD if you feel like it or you want to help. Go on Catfish Weekly's website on Facebook, and there's a post that'll tell you how to go in and help him. Let me move this down. Yeah, it did me too, Mountain. That would be a hard pill to swallow to see your home and your livelihood destroyed like that. It really would. So everybody on here, keep him in your prayers. Go over to Catfish Weekly and look and see what, if anything, if you can help, he would really greatly appreciate that. So, and if you hadn't seen his video, go on his YouTube channel and watch it, and you'll see. Yes, he does have a PayPal account set up. So if anybody wants to help him, you can go on there and you can find out the information you need. Okay. Got to go fishing. Let's see, what was that last? Yes, sir, Billin. What's up, fishing stuff? Alrighty. Next subject. Yesterday, I got to go fishing with a legend. I don't know if y'all seen his post or not. Richard, I don't think so. I mean, it's there's no sharp edges on that. Yeah, it probably puts a little bit of stress, but I kind of look at it two ways. Yeah, it puts a little stress around them eyes, but if you tie it, that's more knots for a chance for something to fail. Hey, PD, what's going on, buddy? We all got you in our prayers. And everybody's going over to Catfish Weekly and finding the post to see what we can do to help you out, buddy. So, Richard, yeah, I think that, the more knots that you tie, then you can't adjust that lure. You got to cut it off, retie it, cut it off, retie it if you don't like the position that it's in. So, maybe on my leader, I need to run maybe 40-pound test, 50-pound test instead of 30. That might be the difference that I need. I probably need to do that anyway. I run 30-pound mainline, so maybe a 50-pound leader would be the way that I need to go. So with that being said, that's the kind of way I look at it, Richard, is the more knots is a chance to fail, even though I trust my knots. There's no use taking that chance. Okay. But yesterday I got to go fishing with a legend. He called one day and invited me to go fishing with him on his boat. And that will be Mr. Mac Byrum. If none of you is subscribed to his channel, please go on there and subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's very informative. I learned a lot of stuff from him yesterday. He is a person that goes into very small details that you might not even think about, but they do make a difference in catching fish and not catching fish. Because a lot of times we mark fish, but that don't mean we can get them to bite. You use 50-pound leaders, okay? That's a good thing to know. I will be getting me a spool of 50-pound line to start making my leaders with. Because I'm planning on catching me a 50-plus-pound fish. Appreciate that, Maurice. Yeah, a lot of people use that 50-pound leader, and I need to start doing that because catfish mouth is tough on leaders. I do retie a lot of my leaders as soon as I get home from fishing. I pull my rods off the boat, I check my leaders, I check my knots. Most of the time I'm retying all my knots anyway. What's up, police in the house? Okay, 50-pound it will be. But Mr. Mac Byrum taught me a lot yesterday, and I got lucky. Mr. Dieter Melhorn jumped on the boat with us. Didn't know he was coming. He brought his camera equipment, and yes, he brought his camera equipment and basically doing a documentary on Mac. Mac is a long-time catfish veteran. He's helped co-author a book on catfishing. You can go on Google and punch in his name, and you'll see where he was the Charlotte Observer. What's up, New School? I was wondering if you was hanging out in here. 50-pound minimum. Yes, Mac is a very smart man. I Googled his name. What's up, L. Stan? I Googled his name, and all kind of articles come up from catfish magazines, from weekly magazines to the Charlotte Observer. All kind of articles on this guy. He is the catfish guru, is what they're calling him. So I was very honored to be on the boat with him yesterday, and pretty honored to have Dieter on the boat with us. He done a lot of filming and taking a lot of pictures, which was pretty sweet. Man definitely needs to have a documentary done on him. What's up, Jeff Dunn? And some of the things he taught me yesterday was on deep water drifting or deep water trolling for catfish. Things that I did not know. I guess because I don't fish for suspended fish or that deep of water, then I never even thought about it. But he went over a lot of details. And I talked to him today and asked if I could actually discuss this because he showed me on the boat. He said, no, he showed me because he wanted me to share this with y'all. We got 30 people in the house. Buddy, we hit a new record tonight. Thank y'all, guys and gals. I appreciate that. Deep water drifting. It all comes down to, let me make sure this is right, is weight, speed, line length, line size, and the size of your bait. If you're dragging baits, he was dragging yesterday at a 1/2 mile an hour. His slinky weight, I was thinking was a 1/2 ounce. It was actually 1 ounce slinky weight on his line. He was running a 36-inch leader, and we was throwing small baits. He was dragging at a 1/2 mile an hour. And he had at least 100 to 150 foot, 120 to 150 foot of line out. He said at that speed, if you're in deeper than 35 foot of water, then your lure, your bait will be suspended. And he had the floats. He was throwing it like a Carolina rig, except with the slinky weights. So we was dragging through 60 to 65 to 70 foot of water, and all of our straight down lines was either anywhere between 34 and 36 foot down. And his long line straight out the back, which we had 3 lines out the back that was dragging. And I thought, when he threw them out, I thought we was dragging bottom. But at that speed he was dragging, these baits was also suspended because there was about 150 to 120 foot behind the boat. And at a 1/2 mile an hour with only a 1 ounce weight on there, these baits were staying suspended also. So those little techniques and those little things like that, because if he hadn't have told me that's what they was doing, I would have thought we was dragging bottom. But I noticed that the rod tips wasn't dancing like they do when I'm dragging bottom, or like when me and JR New School was dragging bottom. So that was very neat. I appreciate everything he done yesterday. He explained a lot of little details to me. And I hope that a lot of that stuff I can use myself. What's up, Carolina Cats and Brim? Come on in the house. We got 28 people in here. Got up to 30 and back down a little bit. That's good. And I also want to do a shout out to New School. I got on the boat with him early Sunday morning. Oh, I hear you, Irvin. 3 days home. They didn't even look to see if the storms got it or not. Oh, I hate that, Irvin. I hope everything's all right with that boat, buddy. So hard it opens your front door. Yeah, we just had a good storm to come through here. But I got to go fishing out there with New School early Sunday morning, and I appreciate that, JR. If y'all ain't subscribed to New School's channel on YouTube, you better go check it out. Boy puts in some big fish on the boat, and he's funny to watch. He's funny to be around. I had a blast. Most of our fish was caught before daylight. That is why we did not get to go live. Sorry we didn't go live, y'all. I wasn't going to bring you on the boat and just have you listen to me talk and JR talk. I know y'all would have, and I know you would have enjoyed it. We had a blast. Hey, Richard, bad thing about it, I don't have a memory for nothing, buddy. But I'm sure that y'all probably done forgot more than what I've learned so far. Yeah, Jeff, you right. That JR's got a mean splash, buddy. He is funny. I very much enjoyed. I learned a lot from him too on the techniques that he uses. I know a lot of people think that I'm just going out fishing with these guys trying to learn where they fish. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm trying to learn techniques. Everybody fishes off of different boats. So far, I've not fished with anybody that fishes on a pontoon. I fish off a pontoon. So that is a different machine. That is a different monster to try to fish off of, drift with. The wind plays a big factor in fishing off a pontoon. So with that being said, by me getting the opportunity to learn from different people, go back to your videos. I missed something. Oh, okay. With that being said, that's why I'm able to take a little bit from each one of these people. You know, I went with Matthew Anthony. Matthew put me on a lot of great fish that first day. You know, the next time we went, we struggled to catch fish. No, I mean, what's up, Tightwad? It was not his fault. We barked fish. We drug baits all over the place. It was just they would not bite. That is fishing. Fishing business using pontoon. And you can. It's all a learning. I'm learning that boat. I'm learning how I'm going to be able to control it in windy conditions. That is one of the main factors with a pontoon. I love a pontoon. I stagger around like a drunk because I can't feel my feet and my legs go numb. So I need a wide platform. I enjoy it. What's going on, Matthew? They wouldn't bite today either. I hate to hear that, buddy, because I know you pushed them hard to bite. Matthew's in the house. New School's in the house. We got some great Richards in the house. We got some great fishermen in the house tonight. Guys, I want to thank you. But I've enjoyed learning. Yes, you're right, Bill. I've enjoyed learning from each one of them and being able to take the little small details and different things that everybody does. And even though, Trophy Hunter, y'all drift sideways, and that might be something I look into. But if I'm power trolling using, see, we don't have current. I fish a lake. Very seldom do we have current. So we got to use the trolling motor. And you know, I do a lot of DIYs. I'm seeing now the best way for a pontoon boat to be able to drift and keep some control of that boat is to use a drift sock. Is use drift socks. I don't have no drift socks, so I made me up a couple drift socks. They might not work, and then again, they might work. They will. It's in a lake, peeling. You might find a tad bit of current if if they're really generating a lot of power. And at peak times, and usually at peak times on Lake Wylie is the hottest part of the day. You might pick up a few cats during that time, but until then, that Lake Wylie very seldom pulls any water unless we got flood conditions. So, with that said, by my trolling motor being in the front of my boat, I needed drift socks to throw out the back. And with the drift sock out the back, if I tied off each corner and the drift sock in the middle, that means that's going to try to keep my boat going straight. Where y'all see me on some of my live feeds and some of my videos where the boat wants to swivel around or whatever, and I end up getting my lines tangled up, I got a feeling that a drift sock is going to help me out a great deal. Now, will it completely do away with what the wind's doing to me? No, it's not. A pontoon's like a big sail. It's got them sides on there. Unless you take the sides off of it and got open rails, it's going to push you around. So probably a bigger drift sock. But I did make a drift sock. Hold on just a second. This drift, I'm back, is actually a big old giant. I'll turn it sideways where you can see it. I had a big old giant canvas bag. Big canvas bag. I put part of a float on top. And you see how it opens up. This canvas bag is actually 4.5 foot long with a big bottom. So what I done at the bottom is I cut a small hole because you gotta have water to go out. If it captures the water, then it's just like a big anchor hanging in the water. It don't actually work right. So for that to work, you got to have a hole for water to push out of it, but yet contain enough a flow behind your boat to put like a current anchor. So I'm gonna try it. It might not work. It might need to be shaped as a funnel, where this is not shaped as a funnel. If that's the case, then I'll probably end up having to purchase one. I'm not a Betty Crocker. I can't sew. A Betty Homemaker. I can't sew. So yeah, Susie Homemaker. Thank you, Donna. I'm not a Susie Homemaker, so I don't have a sewing machine to be able to sew one of them. Yeah, Richard, I'll make up some stuff. And I've heard guys actually using 5-gallon buckets or whatever with a rope tied to them, throwing off the side of the boat. And I thought, that'll catch a lot more water than a 5-gallon bucket. And I already had them. Wasn't using them for nothing, so might as well try it. Guys, if there's something I do out here that can actually help you out, and I mean, if it don't work for me, then what am I out? I'm out nothing. And if it works great for me and I see that I need a bigger one to actually control the boat, then I can purchase one because I know that it's going to work. So that way I didn't purchase one and it not work and end up having to sell it or not being able to use it. And then that's money just throw it out the window. And none of us like wasting money. So I give a shout out to New School. Yeah, y'all go check out New School's channel. Check out Richard's channel also, Richard Warskall. Everybody check out each other's channel. Everybody's got something to add to our catfishing world. I mean, Catfish Bill, Hillbilly, all y'all guys that are in here that catfish or fish, period, we're adding something to the fishing world. I got two of my grandsons in here watching. Usually my granddaughter's in here, but she ain't in here tonight. And they're learning to fish. And they'll subscribe to each one of you's channel. That's our future fishing. So let's all keep it positive. Let's try to keep it as PG as we can. I'll always be PG on here. The best fish finder on the market, I really can't say for the price. I got a good deal when Gander Mountain was going out of business. I got two Lowrances. I like them simply because that's the first fish finders I've had in 30 years. So there's a big difference in what we had then and what we have now. Ray Marine Dragonfly. What are you talking about, PD? The Dragonfly. Let's all be good stewards to the fish and be good teachers to other fishermen. We have a lot of guys in here that are new to the sport. And I gotta say, I'm a Chevy man, but I drive whatever gets me from point A to point B. And I owned a Dodge and drove it till the wheels about fell off of it. So I'm not even gonna go to the Chevy and Ford deal. All right, guys. How long we been on here? We've been on here 40 minutes, so we still going good. Okay, there's my granddaughter. She just come in, bulldogged over. Bulldog lover, I'm sorry. So yeah, we got kids watching. So everybody, let's be stewards to the catfish. Eat what you want to eat. Make sure we throw the big ones back so they can reproduce and keep our lakes good and fertile. And let's be good teachers to the ones out here that are learning. I'm still learning, got a lot to learn. I'm learning every day. I appreciate all of y'all that actually help me learn. Put in your 2 cents when you got a Lowrance too. I like my Lowrance simply because it's the first one I've had in 30 years, and it's actually pretty user friendly right now. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about it. I'm able to use the down scan on it, but I do not have that transducer. When I got it from, from Gander Mountain, the transducer it had was just a basic transducer. And the depth finder I have, the Elite, the Elite, it also has the down scan. So I do not have down scan with it yet, but I will do that later. So yeah, everybody, I want to work on a few videos coming up. I want to do one bank fishing. Even though I got a boat, I still love my bank fishing. Love you too, Chase. Go do some bank fishing, and I think New School is going to jump on the banks with me, and we're going to sink some baits off the bank. Hopefully be able to go live and bring y'all in with us. We're going to find a good spot that's close to a channel that's also got some shallows so we can cover our bases. All right, JR, appreciate you coming in, buddy. Be safe out there. I hope you have a good night at work. So me and JR are going to go do some bank fishing, and hopefully to bring y'all in. I know I have a lot of guys in here that are bank fisherman, hey, buddy, I love bank fishing. Put on the good old J hooks and cross some eyeballs. I've got a couple places in mind that I think are going to be pretty good. And all we can do is put them out there and sling them in the water. Uh, I love bank fishing. I done it for many years. I done it even years ago when I had a boat. I loved it. It forces you to get back to the basics. Bass fishermen the same way. Sometimes they need to take a break off of that boat, go get on the bank, get them a little fanny pack with nothing but worms, hooks, and sinkers, and get back to your basics. And that will bring you closer to catching your record fish for your waters. If your waters don't hold but a 5-pound fish, then that's your record fish that you fish for. If it has a 60-pound fish, then that's what you set your goal, and you learn from the basics. The small details will get you closer than anything. And that's my tip of the night. Don't forget to go back to the basics. Live bait fish. If you get tired of throwing that lure and all you catching little old dinks, stop one day and get you some big old bass minnows. What's up, Kentucky fins? Get you some big old bass minnows, some floats, and go to your local pond or go to your local river and float them things around. And Mr. Bass will tell you a whole lot of what he wants if you go back to back. Jeff, you funny, boy. Hey, I do a lot of riding around in the boat with rods too, buddy. Jeff, you gonna surprise yourself one day, buddy. You gonna get out there, you're doing your homework, you're dragging the baits, you're putting the baits in the water, you're not sitting on the couch, and that fish is gonna come up to you. And you're gonna have your hands full. So everybody go down in the comments. What's up, Kentucky Cat Man? Come on in the house, buddy. We've had a good show tonight. Had some good laughs. I love it. So, but yeah, go down in the comments when this is over and leave me some, I guess, some of your in your comments what you might want to see on future shows, on future videos that I do. All right, Chase, buddy. You have a good night. I hope you have a good day tomorrow in school, buddy. We love y'all too. Say you been busy? I seen you caught a big old turtle and a good old snakehead. So yeah, leave it in the comments of what y'all might want to see on some future shows, some tech talk, some future videos, and maybe we can do it. I'd even like to do one about carp fishing. The lake that I fished, actually the world record buffalo come out of. Let's see here. I'm going to go get the hook wet. There you go. See ya, Anna. Get you some rest, girl. Yeah, that bowfin was 3 pounds from the record. I hear you, Kentucky. Nothing wrong with that. That was a good bowfin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, leave me some comments. Let me know what you might want to see on future shows. Some tech talk, some things that I haven't went over in my past Patriot Tackle Talk. And let me know what you might want to see. Yeah, I'd like to do some carp fishing. The Bass Shack up in Shelby, they're actually one of the largest producers of different carp baits, probably on the East Coast. everybody goes up there for their carp bait, so I'm gonna hook up with them and find out what they recommend for fishing for wild carp. What's up, Glenn? I want to see how that sock works too, buddy. I hope it really helps me out. Well, before I go invest in a large, I know it's not a big enough sock to really control that boat, but it ought to be enough to show me if it's going to work at all. And it's better than a 5-gallon bucket. So, but yeah, I'd love to do some carp fishing too. That big 88-pounder come out of Lake Wylie. You had wind issues today. And I noticed that big, deep V-holes that's got a big stuff actually has that trouble also. With the wind. The wind can play havoc on drifting or dragging baits. And I love drifting and dragging baits. That's take the bait to the fish, not wait on the fish to come to you. So with that being said, I will do that. I will definitely do that. Hold on, let me write this down. There's a big carp floating on Wylie today. That's sad. He probably got hit by a boat. Let me write this. All right. See there? That's what I like about doing this with y'all. Give me some stuff to work on, some stuff for future videos and stuff that y'all might want to see. And carp make good catfish bait, great cut bait. So we can do this. Definitely gonna do a fishing off the bank with New School. Hopefully gonna be getting back on the boat with Matthew and Richard, New School. All these guys, I very much enjoyed fishing with all of you. It's broadened my horizon as far as ways to catch catfish. I've come a long ways from fishing for nothing but channel cats in Lake Wylie to catching some pretty nice ones. And it's all because the guys that's on YouTube that makes these videos that's helped broaden my horizon on what I need to do with them big ones in the boat or put a big one on the bank. So we can learn from each other. Everybody go on there, check out each other's channel, subscribe to it, give them some love. That's what we're all about. We're all Americans. We're all here to help. Thank you, JC. Yep, I got 306. I hit 300 about 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago. And it's all because of y'all. And I thank you. So, the last thing I want to say is don't forget the American Flag Challenge, please. I need your help. 43-pounder from the bank. I need your help spreading the word about the American Flag Challenge. YouTube is not letting it be shared. Thank you, Carolina. That's something that's very dear to my heart, is that one boat at a time, I want to bring patriotism back to America. And I can only do that with y'all's help. I'm fighting the algorithms of YouTube, and I do not want to change the name of my video. So even if you bank fishing, L stand on here, he'll tell you he flies 2 flags. He's up there at the at the Capitol. You can see the Washington Monument in the background, and he's got 2 American flags flying, him and Cookie. And that's a beautiful sight to see them flags flying and the Washington Monument behind him. So we all can do it. We can all show a little patriotism for a country that's allowed us to be able to get out here and do the sport that we love. Where Scott Manning can take a bass fishing lure and make it a catfishing lure and make money off of it. That's America. That's capitalism. That's what we're all about. So everybody, with that being said, I want to say God bless America. God bless each and every one of you. And you know, we'll see you on the water. Good night, everybody. God bless.